Water is 60% of your body, but the next several minutes will be 100% amazement. Join us as we uncover the health, environmental, and social problems of H2O. Welcome to Operation Water. I'm your host, Michael, and today I'll be talking to you guys about safe recreational water environments. Have you ever paid close attention to the water you're swimming in? That crystal blue water may not be as clean as it seems. Water quality can easily be affected by chemical or biological toxins. Let's head to the pool. There are two types of swimming pools out there, saltwater and chlorine swimming pools. The main difference between a saltwater pool and a standard chlorine swimming pool is how the chlorine gets into the water. Standard pools receive their chlorine directly by adding liquid, granular, or tablet forms of it to the pool water, while saltwater pools are constantly creating their own. The World Health Organization has developed a series of standards and procedures in order to keep these water bodies healthy for people. When entering a swimming pool, the water should be clear and not cloudy. Be sure to touch the sides of the pool. They should not be slimy. And be wary of strong chlorine smell. It might mean there's poor ventilation. If you're interested, you should look for alternatives to chlorine on your own pool, or ways to reduce the amount you're using. These are just a few things to keep in mind next time you go swimming. I hope this has been informational. See you next time. So now that you've learned a bit more about how to swim in safe waters, let me introduce our guest. I'm sitting here with Stefan Plateau. He's currently a student at American University, and last summer he was employed in his local swimming pool back in Nicaragua. Thank you for joining us today, Stefan.
I'm glad to be here, Michael.
Would you mind telling us a bit more about yourself and about your work experience this summer in the swimming pool?
Well, yeah, I was born in Nicaragua, and I've lived there for about 7 years now. So when I was in high school, I was in the swimming team, and I got my lifeguard diploma. So last summer, I decided to work at a local club as a lifeguard at the pool.
What kind of pool were you working in? A chlorine or salt water, indoor or outdoor pool?
Well, the club is a private club called Casa España, and they have two pools. They're outdoor pools, and they're chlorine pools.
And what are some special precautions you had to take in order to maintain this pool?
Well, the most important thing with a pool is to keep the water clean. So what we do is, at least once a week, we use tests, strips, to check for pH, first of all, check for chlorine levels and other chemicals in the water. And also we use algae prevention tablets, which basically avoid any murky green water. And of course, we have to clean the filter at least a couple of times a week and change it every month or so.
And have you ever had any incidents regarding the pool water? Any contaminations?
I mean, it's usually pretty safe. I may be biased because I was in charge of that, but the worst thing that has happened is that some children have gotten rashes because of the amount of chlorine in the water, but it's usually because they have sensitive skin. Or sometimes people have urinated in the pool, which happens, of course. But
what do you do in cases like that, Stephen?
I mean, usually we just ask people to get out of the pool for a few minutes just for the filters to clean up the water, but it poses no danger whatsoever.
So are there any last thoughts you'd like to share with the audience? Any pool safety tips?
Well, of course, take a shower before getting to the pool. If you see that the water is green or murky or the walls are slimy, don't get in because it's not being cleaned well. And finally, if you smell too much chlorine, it's probably because the levels are not adequate, so you should probably not get in either.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Stefan, and I hope this has been an instructive episode for you guys. And as the tide leaves the shore, it's time for us to part. See you all next week on Operation Water.